Good morning, class. Today we're going to be discussing a concept that seems tricky on the surface for many students, but it's really necessary towards understanding literature as a whole. And that concept is context clues. And what context clues basically are, say you run into an unfamiliar sentence and you run into an unfamiliar word in the sentence, instead of pulling out a dictionary or looking on Merriam-Webster or encyclopedia, I know you guys don't use encyclopedias anymore, you can look at clues within the sentence that may give you meaning into what the word you're struggling to define means. And so I've laid out 2 steps for you today that can help you achieve the definition of the word you may be struggling with within the sentence. So the first step I want you to take heed of is to isolate the word. That is, you may look within a sentence and you may not necessarily know the word that you're having trouble with until you really read it again and struggle with it. So you need to first make sure you know which word within the sentence you want to define. That's really important. And the second clue, or the second step that's even more important, is making sure that you can look around the sentence and you know other words that can give you a hint into what the word means. So to put these steps into a concrete example, I provide you with the worksheet that I want you to reference. And we're gonna go over a few of these examples to show how these steps work and how they can lead to the answer that you're trying to find. So take a look at number 2, and I'll go over the first one for you, and I'll ask you to go over the next ones using the steps that I've outlined in a similar fashion. So number 2 says, Grandpa didn't know that Susie was coming along on the fishing trip, and now he had to alter his plans. So when I'm looking at this sentence, I know pretty much all the words. I feel pretty confident, but alter is the word that I'm struggling to find. So the first step is I need to isolate alter within the sentence. And you can see alter comes in the second half of the sentence, which leads me to my second step, which is I need to look around for meaning. What words within the sentence give me clues into what alter could possibly mean? So when I look at this sentence and I see Grandpa didn't know seems to stick out in my brain as something that may lead me to the answer I'm trying to search. But also, when I combine didn't know and now, that leads me to believe that alter may roughly, we may not arrive at a precise answer, but we can infer what it means. And alter within those clues leads me to believe that he had to change his plans because he didn't know. And now. So that's kind of how the steps we're using to solve this. So you can see within this sentence, alter means Grandpa had to change his plans because he didn't know Susie was coming. So now, Kaylin, I'm gonna ask you to go over number 3 for me using the steps I just outlined. Can you please read number 3 for me?
When Kiki got a tiny cut on her pinky finger, she got all melodramatic and began sobbing and demanding a doctor.
Perfect. So we need to look at our first step, which is to isolate the word. So which word within this sentence do you find is particularly difficult to define or you can't understand just by looking at it?
Melodramatic.
Okay. Perfect. And can you tell me what clues you can use to look around for melodramatic to find the meaning?
Tiny cut on pinky finger, so it seems insignificant. And then after that happens, and we don't know what melodramatic means, it says, she began sobbing and demanding a doctor. So comparing a tiny pinky cut and sobbing and a visit to the hospital, it seems a bit dramatic.
Perfect. So melodramatic means
over the top?
Over the top. Perfect. Thank you, Kaylin, for outlining those steps. And to remember these words, I've created a little song for you guys, a mnemonic that I would like to go over really quickly. So I provide you with a sheet to how the song goes. We could just start right now.
Okay.
They're creepy and they're kooky, mysterious and spooky. They're all together ooky. They're context clues. To use them you look around, the word that makes you frown. The meaning you left out, they're context clues. They're creepy and they're kooky, mysterious and spooky. They're all together ooky. They're context clues. To use them you look around, the word that makes you frown. The meaning you have found, they're context clues. Thank you so much, Caleb. I hope you learned from me as much as I learned from you, and I hope you have mastered context clues.